G'day, Spice Legends. Welcome to Burnin Down Under, the hottest show down under. That's right, Spice Legends. We sort of upgraded the camera gear so you can actually see a bit more what's going on instead of a little square box. We're in HD now. Oh my God, upgraded the equipment. And Spice Legends, we've got a very special guest tonight. I've got Budgie's Jerky's Tony Burridge, the man, the myth, the legend, who's an absolute freaking weapon when it comes to jerkies and chili jerkies and all that kind of crazy meats. So let's get the old man in here, mate. How you going, legend?
How you going?
That's the way, buddy. All the way from South Australia, mate. How's it doing down there?
What's it doing here?
Yeah, it's a bit colder there, or what's the story?
It's cooling down. It hasn't been too bad the last couple of weeks, but yeah, it's cooling down.
That's the one, guys. And sorry, guys, I've just quick apologies. Tony and I were just mucking around. We had a few technical difficulties, but we got there in the end. So it got there in the end. That's all good, buddy. So look, Tony. Obviously, most of us in the chili world, we all know who you are and what you do. But for the small, minute amount of people that don't know who you are, mate, you want to just do a quick introduction and tell everyone who you are and what you do, mate?
Well, my name's Tony, and I just make beef jerky, mate. That's all I do, really. Beef jerky, nuts. Grow a lot of chilies for my products. Yeah.
That's the way, mate. Yeah, and like all of us are tasting your jerky here in the chili world. At least in Australia, I've heard that you've been sending overseas as well. So a few of the Americans and whatnot are going to be getting some tasty beef in their mouth as well from you. And it's just scary. The funny thing is, like, one comment I want to say, it's scary good how many flavors you've got, as well as how tasty they come out. Like, there's so many different brands out there, but it's good to see an Aussie brand. It's homegrown and whatever that does so many flavors and so well, And I just have to comment on that and just, I really appreciate your flavors, because I'm just like, mate, every single one is an absolute winner. I'm yet to see a bad flavor from you, mate.
Well, thanks for that, mate.
That's all right, buddy. Well, matey, look, I've got, we're obviously playing around. We're going to have 12 different products. So I've got 12 bits of steak here in front of me, mate. And I've got me 12 sauces in reference to a bit of the old jerky, the budgie. Got a little budgie himself there. Yep. And he's sort of guarding some of the sauces there. That's the way. Oh, you got your budgie too? Oh, budgie fight. So that's right. And obviously Tracy must know you're a bit of a budgie smuggler as well. Or is she the budgie smuggler? I don't know. Anyway, it's all good, buddy. I won't say that again. So, matey, as you probably know, matey, we conduct the interview. We have 12 different sauces or chili products. Each question we have a chili product, and then each one gets hotter and hotter and hotter, obviously, matey. So you got a few chili products yourself, mate?
Yeah, mate. A couple here.
Just a couple? Yeah. Because I think I can't remember. I don't know. I'll ask you this later. Actually, I'll ask you this later because I was curious about a certain question. But let's get on the first one, Marty. So the first one I've got here is Chili Sweets Salubrious Pork. It's absolutely gorgeous. What's the first one you got there, mate? I'm guessing you're starting from mild to wild as well, like me.
Yeah, I'll just start off with the sartee, mate.
Yeah, sartee there. That's a good one, guys. You got to get this sartee on your fork. Hey? Wow.
This is pretty well the first flavour that I ever made.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I've got to give you kudos for that, mate, because that's a great flavour. And to come up with that first, wow. Yeah. That's what was it? Chandel, go a few pieces of triple threat, buddy. He's got it there. Satay. Love it. Oh, mate, well, let's go to the first ones, the real obvious questions. First one I want to ask you, tell us a bit about your first chili experience. Everyone seems to have their very, very first chili experience. Tell us about that one, mate.
Well, I was only 5 years old.
5?
5.
Wow.
And I was eating this, but the sartee flavour, but on skewers. And it was in Darwin. Went to a fete or something like that over school with my parents. And my mum said she found me sitting somewhere with just eating these skewers, sartee skewers, with sweat just pouring off me because they were chili. And I've just liked chili since.
So for those of us that don't know what sartee is, can you explain to us a little bit more in layman's terms what the sartee flavour is?
it's a pretty basic flavour. It's only got 3 ingredients. I won't. Curry 1. That's all. And there's 2 other ingredients. And it's sort of like a satay, but without any cream. Just
Yeah.
Just the base.
That's what I thought it was. It was your satay is more of a creamy kind of mix, whereas the satay was more savoury, I think. Less on the sweet side, more savoury, and which is a great flavour in itself as well. Like both flavours are very similar, but at the same time they've got their own textures, their own taste, which is fantastic. I absolutely love it, buddy. Yeah. All right, mate. Well, let's stuck on to the next one. This next one here I've got is called tomato cassundi. It's like a butter chicken flavour in a sauce by good old Anthony's sauces and condiments. They're from good old Goulburn there. We just reviewed them the other day, and oh my god, freaking love this sauce, mate. What do you got there, mate?
Just another one of my stuff, blueberry barbecue.
Oh, that's a ripper, mate. That comes in a few different heat levels too, doesn't it? Like there's like a mild. I think actually most of your stuff you can get the same flavour, but all the way up. You can go from like mild all the way to explosive.
Down towards the lower level, it's just I guess it's a high mild chili.
That's right, mate. That's right. All right, mate.
It's rather sticky.
Yeah. Some of them they've got some interesting textures and feels, and some of them are a lot more sticky than others. All right, buddy. Well, the question I want to ask you, matey, is with Budgie's jerky. Oh, there you go. Budgie's jerky. I'm sure it's an obvious question for you, but not everyone knows it. Tell us a bit how you got the name Budgie's jerky. Oh man.
Well, last name's Burridge, and back in the school days, people just called me, I don't know, Budgie. It's gone from there, really. Everyone just knows me as Budgie, so I thought, well, I'll stick with that.
Well, there you go. See, when I was at school, most people usually call me shithead, get here, or shut the fuck up. No. So, I had quite a few nicknames. Yeah, none very positive. So it's pretty good that you had that for a while since school and whatnot, and then you sort of just graduated it into a business name as well. That's pretty cool, mate. Yeah. So you're obviously happy with the Budgie's name, and now you're a bit of a budgie smuggler, smuggling the jerky across the country and overseas as well.
Yeah, a bit overseas stuff. Yeah,
that's the way, mate.
There's a couple of states in America that won't let it in for whatever reason.
You're like, yeah, fucking.
California.
Yeah.
So, well, I can get it in there. I just send it to a different state which accepts it. And they send it via domestic mail.
The old sneaky good cop, bad cop misdirection. That's the way, mate. All right, mate. Well, let's dive into the next one here. I've got this one from Gods of Sauces. This is the Smoky Jerk. Absolute legend of a sauce. I don't know if you tried it, mate, but I keep telling everyone it's like if, what's it called? A nachos seasoning with a barbecue sauce had a baby. It's great.
The jerk sauce?
Smoky Jerk by Gods of Sauces.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
She's beautiful, mate. Yeah. What do you got there, mate?
Not sure. What can I go here? I'll go this.
Chili Project. Nice. What flavour? That's fireberry, is it?
Fireberry, yeah.
Nice one. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, mate, the question I want to ask you next is, look, there's a lot of different chili products out there. So many chili products. So many things you can do with what's it called? Chili and spicy products. Like I think you told us a little bit about your backstory there. But why jump into jerky? Why specialize in jerky and go with a jerky route after all that? Where there's so much different variety of things to do.
Well, I started making jerky because I was sick and tired of buying it. So I used to work FIFO, so I'd or drive to work. So I might drive 800 k's or whatever. So along the way, you'd want some snacks. And you put it into a servo and think, oh, here's a new brand of jerky. I've been saying, try that. And I tried all these different brands, and they were all just shit, basically.
Right.
I only sort of found one that was that I liked. But even that was pretty bland.
Mm.
So I thought, fuck it, I think I can make better than that. So I started. Rest is history, I guess.
Well, that's obviously a great way to start a business. You see a need, you feel a need, you're like, I can do better than this, and then do it. And it sounds like you've done it because like there's a million different beef jerkies, isn't there? And there's a million different smoke this or whatever, but like there's not the 50 different flavors you've got. I don't know how many flavors you've got, but I was just like, geez, these flavors aren't just intense, they're sexy. They're sexy flavors, and I'm just like blown away by everyone going, how could all these flavors be good? But they are. And like that's really a good genuine thing to have with a product. It's like when you have like an album from an artist and you're like, oh yeah, not all their songs are going to be bangers, but there's a few good solo or singles on there. But like, mate, your whole album of flavors is just bangers, and I'm just like blown away. I'm just like, how could every single one be an absolute hit? But they are. And every time I talk to him, I'm going, so can I get some more? And you're like, oh, I sold out. I have to make another batch. You're like always selling out, dude. And I was like, far out, mate. Like, how does he? But I can see why they taste great. So that's obviously the reason for it. Yeah.
It's hard to some people. Like I might be talking to someone on the phone, and then they'll put in an order for whatever. So I'll put them aside, and then someone will message me an order 10 minutes later, and oh, sorry, I've just got rid of it. All right.
You need more arms, mate. You need more arms.
Yeah. Well, when I was working away, I used to just do it. I used to take orders for basically 3 or 4 weeks, or however long I was going to be away for, and then so I'd tell everybody I can't make it until such and such a date, and then I'd make a heap on my week off of work, and then go back to work. So I didn't actually have any breaks because I'd make jerky for 6 or 7 days off and then go back to work.
So non-stop. You've got to put a few lines of cocaine in the jerky as well. You keep going. Oh yeah, rack them up, mate. All right, mate. We'll go on the next one, mate. This one here is Raspberry 100 from Bilingual, actually. Guys, as you guys know, I absolutely love this one. Oh, what you got there, mate?
Some blueberry barbecue.
What flavour is that? Blueberry barbecue?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no label, mate. Can't see.
Special for me.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
Mine stuff I don't know about label.
But everyone that knows Adrian, he made 100 bottles of this one. That's why it's called Raspberry 100. And it sold so much. I think he's on like 5,000 or whatever now. It just kept selling. It's ridiculous. Well, Tony's a bit muffled. Philly is clear. Is anything covering the microphone? So Kylie just said, just check the microphone's not covered there, Tony.
My microphone.
You sound a bit muffled.
There's nothing on the microphone.
That's okay. We just got to update his gear, I think. That's okay, buddy. It's all good. All right. Well, look at the question I want to ask you now, mate. We just sort of bordered on the question before, but you've got a lot of different flavors there. You've got a lot of different accents and whatever that you do with your meat. But how many flavors do you actually have, or how many have you created thus far?
I've got 19 at the moment.
19 different flavors.
Yeah. I've got a couple more in the works, but I don't want to have too many flavors. There's a couple that don't sell a lot, so I don't make a lot of them.
Okay. And I guess the question I have to ask is, what's the flavors that are going to be next? Are there a few more flavors that you're developing that you're going to bring out next? Are we allowed to hear any of those, or is there a bit of a secret for now?
I'm not really working on any specific flavour, but they just come. Like I'll be making jerky one day, and then I'll just think, oh, I wonder how about this one, and I'll just go with that. I might make next one might be another barbecue, but a different barbecue than what I've got.
Yeah. So actually, that's one thing I do want to ask you. What goes into the development of a flavour? Like how do you decide a flavour and then go into creating it? Because there's obviously a start where we go, I like that. I want that in a jerky. And then you go, right now I'm going to put that in the jerky. How do you go about that? I've been actually always curious about that.
Well, sometimes I go from flavors from meals that I have. Might be having a meal of some sort in it, like just say, a curry or whatever it might be. And you just get different flavors, and then you think of things, and it just sort of happens. I don't really sit down and think of it and write things down and work things out. It just happens.
Yeah, fair enough. And I think that's one thing that everyone seems to know about Tony and the old Budgie is that you're a bit of a man of few words. So it's kind of astonishing that we've actually got you here tonight, which is great. It's fantastic that everyone sort of go, oh, we've never actually heard Budgie speak or say more than hi, bye kind of thing, So obviously you're a hands-on kind of guy. So it sounds like you just do things. You sort of like I just do things, and you don't. You just sort of shut up and just do it, And so I guess that's what it is. You just sort of tinker and fiddle around. Is that sort of what happens in the process there?
That's basically exactly what it is. And yes, I'm extremely out of my comfort zone here.
So excuse Budgie, guys. He is a bit nervous. You might better tell if you do know him. But if you don't, he's obviously way out of his comfort zone. I'm clearly an extrovert, but Budgie not so much.
Just hits and giggles.
What's going on, Tracy? It's good stuff. You see that Brianna Skinner just jumped in there? She goes, I love jerky. Got to get me some. Yeah, Brianna, you seriously got to get Budgie's jerky. If you haven't tried it, get this stuff. It's ridiculous. Oh, mate. Sexy jerky. Maybe, if you have to change your name, call it the sexy jerky. Yeah, there you go. Sexy jerky. All right. So we'll jump on another flavour here, mate. And this actually looks familiar. This is Aussie Gold from Trace. So, like I say, thanks again for Tracy for this Aussie Gold. It's one of the few sources. Hey?
You got Aussie Gold there?
Yep, sure do.
Well,
hey. Nice. It's one of the few sources where I've tried where it's actually got tincture in it, and it actually tastes good. Like it's so well balanced for what it is. Bloody oath. Yep. Cheers. Or is it cheeky bugger? Absolutely. So, I want to ask you. Obviously, everyone in the chili world has their own stories that are pretty unique to them, but have similarities. And you probably have your own as well, Tony. Tell us what's your worst chili experience, and then your best one, mate. So we'll start with your worst one. What's that one? The very worst thing that's ever happened to you, chili wise.
I don't know. There's probably chili on the dick's probably the worst. I can't recall doing it, but I'm sure I have.
What do you think the most painful experience you've had via chili was?
Probably in my eye.
Yeah.
That hurt quite a lot.
Well, so were you driving or something? What happened? Tell us a little bit more about the story.
No, there was. I can tell you a story. It wasn't me, but it was one of my mates. He was working at. I gave him some really, really hot. I can't remember. Probably blueberry, I guess, because it's sticky. Extra hot. And he was a mine site, and he was driving the ute back to camp. Anyway, so he was driving along. And I had some. So his eyes were watering to start with. Excuse me. And then he rubbed his eye. So then he's trying to drive home. Anyway, got back to camp. Then he got to camp and he went to the loo. Yeah. So, his mouth was burning, his eyes burning, his dick was burning, and he slipped through the paper.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
that's even before the day after. So you just got not the trifecta, you got to get the whole quadfecta, mate. That's pretty close to the quintuple. Oh man! So that guy,
he rang me up while he was on the toilet, and he was screaming. All I could do was laugh.
So would that circle back to your best chili experience as well, or?
Yeah, pretty well.
Oh, there you go. So that's a 2-for-1. That's absolute gold. Yeah, because like I can remember I had a few experiences like that where Danny Wilson's saying the trifecta, where you absolutely get nailed by something, and you just like you never forget it. You never, especially the first time you get chili in your eyes, when it's like an extract level or repair level thing, you're like, oh, what did I do that for? Like instant regret, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta get tattooed, no regrets. Yeah, it's a terrible experience. I'll never forget the time I got in my eye the first time driving along and going, ah! just trying to pull over and it didn't work very well. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, buddy.
Never really. I have got it in my eyes, but it's never really. I can't recall anything like driving or anything.
Yeah. It's not a fun experience, mate. Yeah.
I don't really do.
Nah. All right, mate. Well, let's get in the next one. So I've actually just made a recent pilgrimage, and I've gone and hung out with Stonker Hobbs. So I got some more Viking chilies, Freya's Fire. Got a very fresh bottle. What do you got there, mate? Is that from Tracy?
Yeah, Tracy's Chili Obsessions, jalapeno and coriander.
Yeah.
I really hate jalapenos.
You hate jalapenos? What's with the distaste? Really? What's with the distaste?
If it tastes like capsicum,
I
really hate it. I just hate that taste, and it gives me indigestion or heartburn, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I'm not a mega fan of the capsicum either. Like I've got more of a sweet palate. So when I get something nice and sweet or juicy like citrus and stuff like that, that's really good stuff as well. Yeah.
Excuse the screwed up places in a sec.
No, that's all right. All right, buddy. So the question I wanted to ask you, matey, is look,
it's not bad.
It's not bad. He's like, oh, babe, it's okay. Look, can chili help you find love, mate? Because we obviously know that love story between you and your Juliet.
What was that, mate?
Can chili help you find love?
Of course it can.
Well, tell us a bit about. Tell us a bit about you and Trace. How did you guys meet? What was it with chili or?
I don't know. Really, I guess it was to start with. Through a couple of chili groups, and we just got chatting. And that was probably 3 years ago or something, was it? Yeah, about 3 years ago, I reckon, first met. And then at that time, we were just friends, just chili friends, chatting, as we all do. And then our situations changed. So we ended up cruising over to Brisbane. Went on a bit of a road trip. Caught up with Ash and the Harrisons. Who else was there? Big Dan.
I think you saw Adrian at one stage as well with one of those pictures.
Adrian, we quite did. It was a good week.
That'd be interesting seeing you two together in a room. You're both quite meat masters in your own right. That'd be amazing to see the two masters, the two wizards that meet in the room, talking shop and be like, whoa, what's going on? Coming up with like formulas and whatnot. I'm like, whoa. I think you two would be very dangerous in a room together, actually.
There is all that going on.
Yeah. I can imagine Ash in the room licking his lips going, he's listening to you guys going, and what about if you did this? What about you did this? And Ash is gone.
This is going on The Simpsons.
Yeah. Excellent. Smithers, to the Smithers. Sir, I said get in. Yeah, no, I can imagine that'd be absolutely fantastic. So you just sort of met, you sort of bonded from there, and obviously just hit it off, mate.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's just really good. It's just really good to hear these stories because, like, it's Bree with obviously Johnny Scoville. You got Kylie hanging out with Dion. It's you and Tracy. You know, it's amazing. There's so many different chili stories out there, and people go, "Oh, share the chili love," but they really do. You know, it's amazing to see that you guys have found each other. And even Neil Smith found his wife on a chili page who was in she was in Denmark or something, or she's Dutch. And I was like, wow, dude. You know, it's amazing to see that these people have been united by something as simple as chili or spicy products and food. You're just like, wow, like how how does this happen? And it's amazing that people go, oh, the chili love, but it really is. There really is the chili love, and the community is so wild and strong and compassionate that it's amazing that things like this can happen. And it's funny because it's not just one story to match them all. It is so many stories out there. It's fantastic, and like even Mikey and Shandell, they're two absolute legends, and they're both in the chili game, and it's just blows me away how many couples are both involved in the chili game or in the chili game or met because of the chili community, and I just got to say that's really awesome to see that happen, and you just don't see that all the time, Yeah, as Danny said, eight love grand.
With myself and Tracy, it just seemed to work really seamlessly. We didn't have to worry about during all the restrictions and border closures and stuff. It just worked. It was no problem at all.
Yeah,
I think you couldn't get there because of the restrictions and stuff, but yeah, everything worked perfectly.
I think that's what a lot of people said, that love, like, I don't know who I'm quoting here, but they sort of say love is, like, plenty of people say love is blind or whatever, but they say love isn't hard. It's all the other things that you got to do to have it and keep it that's hard. And so when you really love someone or whatever, it's easy to be around them, but it's obviously hard to keep them around you or to exist without them or something like that. And I think you're the same way, because you guys, a lot of the time, you've been split apart by whole states. That's wild, to be that far apart. But obviously, you guys make it work. So that's amazing in itself, man. That's fantastic. Yeah, and you make it work, and that's really cool, dude. So sorry, I don't mean to talk about your private life like that, but I just wanted to sort of applaud that and say, wow, that's a big drive. Yeah, like Mikey's saying, that's a big drive. But amen, it's just cool to see that chili love there. So I just wanted to sort of applaud that, man. That's just really cool. Yeah. All right, mate. We'll jump into this next one here, matey. This next one I got is your Dr. Paul's hot sauce there in WA, Ruby's Reaper, matey. What do you got there, bud?
I got some of me nuts.
Some of your nuts. Oh, that's right. So you've got your own thing of nuts going on as well right now, actually. Yeah. How many different brands of nuts you got now?
Well, just at the moment it's just Reaper Honey Soy cashews, Reaper Honey Soy peanuts, or barbecue peanuts.
Yeah.
Or I could do barbecue cashews. There's probably a few other flavors I can do, but I just haven't yet. I will, but
you just got to make the ones that everyone loves. That's it. All right, mate. Well, the question I want to ask you now is, obviously living in South Australia, there's obviously some sort of there's a different kind of chili culture there, and you got to grow chilies in a certain way, or you got to go about it a certain way compared to Queensland and that. Tell us a bit about the chili culture versus the rest of Australia, because obviously from what you've seen and grown yourself, you've obviously seen a few comparisons and can compare it. What do you think the difference is between the South Australia chili growing and culture compared to the rest of Australia, mate?
Well, one thing, it's dry here. For this year so far, I think we've only had 30 mil. No, it's not even that. It's 15 mil, 16 mil
of rain.
Yeah.
All year.
But this year,
go across the border to New South Wales. It was flooding not long ago.
Exactly. That whole time that it was flooding and raining there, and you guys were covered in cloud, it was beautiful sunshine here.
And you're 35, what you talking about?
Yeah. So it's very dry here. That's one thing. The sun, in summer, it probably gets up to, 50 degrees in the shade. So I don't know what that is in the sun. 60, 70, I don't know. But Jesus. I know that the sun annihilates the plants. If you haven't got shade cloth over them, it'll just burn them. They'll just be fried in one day.
Yeah.
So I've just been putting shade cloth up. I built one because I've only been growing chilies for 4 years.
Okay.
So the first year I got away with it, I think, and I think it was the second year that one day was 49, I think. Fuck. And I just watch my plants. I just see them shriveling. They're all wilted, and I'm just going, oh no. So I got out there, a pair of shorts. No, not budgie smugglers. And I
You beat me to it. You beat me to it.
And I built a pergola with shade over them. And it was 49 degrees, so I love my chilies.
Yeah, mate. Because that's what I was going to say. Like, how can you thwart something as inevitable as the Australian heat? You know, and when it's summertime, some areas just get blasted. And I've seen there's sometimes this in South Australia where there's so much heat that everyone's using the electricity for the aircon, and the whole power grids, statewide power grids, just go out.
Yeah,
and I'm like, how do you guys deal? Like, you know, it's just wild to see that much level of crazy heat, and then everyone just cops it because the power goes out. You know, that's just insane. What do you do? What have you got a game plan set, like an emergency game plan for when the power does go out, when there's no aircon and stuff? What do you do?
No game plan, mate. What can you do? What are you going to do? Go to the supermarket? Even that's not going to work, is it?
True, yeah, because there's no power, yeah. Just go hang on the beach.
No, just deal with it.
Are you near the beach? Are you near the beach there, Tony, at all? Or?
Am I what?
Are you near the beach?
Port Pirie's on the beach, yeah, on the coast.
So how far away is that?
Where I am, I'm probably 5 k's from the beach.
Oh, laughing. Okay, so just go hang out there till the power comes back.
Wow. Yeah, maybe.
Go camping. I just get a sleeping bag and camp on the sand. That's crazy. Candle at dinners, Danny says.
This house is made of hay bales. So,
your house is?
Yeah.
Jesus. Are you not worried about like bushfires and stuff, dude?
Phil. It got sprayed. It's all sprayed and it's rendered. So there's no exposed hay.
I was going to say, mate, that's just far out. Yeah, it's like, haven't you heard the 3 little pigs? I know. Anyway, that's right, buddy.
It's all it's all good. So the walls are, 2 foot, 3 foot thick. So it's pretty good. Yeah. Big high ceilings, as you can see.
Yeah, I was going to say that'd be just a while. Oh, there you go. Nice. I was going to say that'd be crazy. Imagine a house made of hay. Far out. All right, mate. Well, we'll delve into this next one here, buddy. I've got 13 Angry Scorpions Jekyll and Hyde, the special private reserve. It's rated pure evil and decadent. It's got 101 proof wild turkey in it, mate. What do you got there, buddy?
Some sartee. Extra hot sartee.
Extra hot sartee. Yeah, you know it's extra hot when Tony does it, that's for sure. All right. Well, look, the question I wanted to ask you, Matty, is you've got a few flavors under your belt there, but obviously you don't just do flavors. I've seen you do a few challenges and competitions with your products as well, mate. Tell us a bit about your challenges and competitions that you've already created, and tell us about the ones that are coming up, mate.
Which ones?
Your challenge and your competition products.
Oh. Yeah, I had what did I have the last one? Was
Repium?
Repium challenge. Yeah, you had to have was it 3 pieces?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Eat a piece, chew it for 2 minutes, I think it was. Then I can't remember the times, but
was it 3 minutes?
And then the end one was a 5-minute afterburn. After the last piece.
That's right. It was 3-3-5. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was all up. It was 17 minutes. I think something like that.
Either way, that's a lot of burning, a lot of pain.
Yeah, that was pretty hot. That stuff. So yeah, and the people that got through got a T-shirt. I beat the Repium challenge. I think it was.
That's right. And you're actually
8 people, I reckon, did it, and one in America.
I think it's ironic. Is it ironic that we've got 8 people that are going to be in the challenge, the Australian Chili Championships? Coincidence? I think not. Illuminati confirmed. No. But yeah, you're helping us. You're designing for us a very special jerky the Australian Chili Championship as well. Do you want to let the secret out on what you're putting in that, mate?
No.
No. You're an evil man, mate. You're an evil man. But we'll just say one little tidbit, guys. We have a very special jerky. Let's say a very special, extra fun jerky designed by Tony, and that's going to be one of the rounds in the Australian Chili Championship. And you guys are going to have some fun. You thought you had some fun with the reapy on this stuff. It looks dangerous. It looks evil. So I'm looking forward to seeing that unveiled and seeing people have a go at it, man. Because what you told me about it, I was just like, wow, that sounds dangerous. So everyone's signing death waivers as well. So just letting you know, guys.
I'm not even going to tell you what flavour, but it's going to be nasty.
Oh yeah, she's going to be fun. She is going to be fun. All right, mate. Well, let's delve into this next one here, buddy. I've got this one from Cobra Chili. This is Fever. Their slogan is "Face the Fury." What's the one you got there, mate? What flavour you got now?
I've got a bit of Chili Chef's.
Chili Chef.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're really lovely people, and that's the honey that I've been using in my Reaper honey and soy. It's half of part of the flavour mix that goes in that.
With the Reaper honey soy.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, now look, this is just something I wanted to bring up. Actually, I don't know. It's not to poke fun at you, but it's something that I've realised over looking at a few different pictures and gone, hang on, Tony actually looks a bit like Heston Blumenthal. Have you ever been told that you look like Heston Blumenthal at all?
Who?
So Heston Blumenthal is rated the #1 chef in the world. And he's got Heston's Feast and what like that. And you actually look like an absolute so close dead ringer for him. You can almost be like his stunt double or something.
Double. Yeah, only one person has said that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, probably the person that told you.
No, nobody told me. Nobody told me. I saw it. I'm going, he looks like Heston Blumenthal. Because I was watching the TV and I was writing some stuff about you. I think I was writing these questions down. I'm going, what the hell? He looks like that guy. You know, I was like, wow. You know, it was just funny. But obviously Heston's a bit of a whiz in the kitchen, mate. What do you like in the kitchen other than doing the jerky? Do you cook anything else other than that? Like, or is everyone else sort of cooks for you, mate? What's the story?
I'll let Tracy go for it. He loves cooking.
Loves cooking?
I can
yeah. Alicia said, Heston's sort of like a science chef. He uses science to cook meals in a exact science kind of way. I don't know if that makes sense. But to sit at his table, what would Rue do? One person still hasn't woken up in the hospital yet. But yeah, no, he's one of those guys. You got to pay $2,000 to sit at his table to eat food from him. It's nuts. So, yeah, it'd be pretty crazy. So, are you much of a whiz with food outside of jerky, or is it just sort of?
I wouldn't say a whiz, but I can cook. I do pretty good pork, roast pork, roast beef.
Nice.
I like cooking in barbies, like Weber's or rotisserie sort of things.
Oh, yeah. And Frank goes, you look more like Walter White from Breaking Bad, who cooks as well. Fantastic. What's that thing that Walter White says? He's like, I am the storm or something. Or no, he goes, say my name. You gotta do that. Can you give us one of those? Just go, say my name.
Say my name.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right, mate. Well, we've got 3 more to go, buddy. I'm up to this one. This is Uncle Mungo's COVID-19. What one you got there, buddy?
I'll go Reaper honey soy cashews.
Ooh, that looks really sexy. That looks good. I want to try one of those. Oh, was it? I am the one that knocks. That's what he says. All right. And yeah, Danny wasn't going. That was a brutal challenge, though. Yeah, bloody oath, Danny. All right, mate. Well, look, the question I want to ask you is, look, there's so much stuff that you've delved and evolved on. Your products have just improved and improved. You've got so many different flavors. You've got your fingers in a lot of different pies. What advice would you give to another up-and-coming person who wants to start building a jerky empire like yours, or doing the nuts and doing all the other different flavors and things that you guys do? You know, what would you give in as advice as a newbie into this kind of arena, mate?
Just believe in yourself, and if you think it's good enough, most definitely is. Just persevere, just keep going.
And sort of those just.
I was making it for probably 4 or 5 years before I even sold any of it. I was just making it for myself. I didn't start making it to sell it.
Yeah, right.
I'd just make it for myself, and I'd take it with me to different camps, different work sites, and people would just they'd say, "What do you got there?" And I'd have a bit, and they'd say, "Oh shit, that's nice." We want more.
I've seen a few videos of you messing up people as well, which has been fun.
It just reminded me of a guy. Please. We've been talking about stories before. The first story, hot story. There was a guy when I was concrete supervisor at a site. There's a guy who used to come in every morning and nick some jerky. I'd be doing a quote or whatever, and he'd just come in and help himself.
Yeah.
Didn't ask. Not that I'd ever say no, but
I've got a feeling I know where this is going, though. Yeah.
So the next day I came in, I went home and I got some hot stuff, jazzed it up a little bit, went into work in the morning. He came in at the start of the day and had a piece. So I had the normal stuff there. Then he went out. I changed it over. And he came back in at Smoko, or just before Smoko, helped himself. That was the last time he ever touched my jerky. He ran out screaming like a little girl, went to the crib room. He came out and he stole 2 litres of milk. And all he could say was, "Fuck you."
So milk was the last thing he stole from that point on. That's fantastic. I love hearing stories like that where you're going, yeah, probably not that anymore. I'm not going to do that anymore. Some like it hot and some don't. All right, mate. Well, this next one here I've got is that's a good sauce. Where's the Dunny from Strange Extreme Chili Condiments by Rob Dunn. Mr. Dunny. I'm actually going to go be seeing Dunny very soon. I'm going to give him a bit of a visit. Yeah. What do you got there, buddy? Ooh, that looks dangerous.
Honey tincture.
Honey tincture. Is that the new one that was like stigmatic crossed with something?
Exactly what it is.
He's like, oh, I'm in trouble. Yeah. Oh, mate, look. Oh, fuck. So, matey, I want to ask you, what's in the future for Budgie's Jerky? What's the future for Tony and obviously Tracy Chili together? What's going on with you guys in the future? Get warm?
She's warm. Yeah, well, we're going to have a few more collaborations coming up. We've got a couple at the moment. We've got the non-alcoholic tincture, which is mild, hot, and extra hot.
Actually, I want to ask, what's the story? So, what? There's alcoholic tincture and non-alcoholic tincture. What's the story behind that? Why is there 2 different ones? Like, why is there the alcoholic and non-alcoholic one? What's the story behind that?
Well, because people that don't drink alcohol, or people that just may not like that sort of thing, alcoholic heat. So we thought, well, we'll bring out one that's not non-alcoholic.
Yeah, that's fair call.
Yeah, there's a few ways to extract it.
Yeah. Actually, here's something I've actually been asked this by a couple of people. I just sort of ask because I'm curious actually to know. There's some people out there that like the flavors that you've come up with the jerkies, but they're vegan or vegetarian. Have you ever thought of coming up with a vegan or vegetarian type of jerky, mate?
Yeah, I did. I tried mushrooms not long ago, but they weren't too bad. But the town I'm in, I can't get the right mushrooms here.
So is there a specific type of mushroom, or?
I think they're oyster. Yeah, I think I'm after oyster mushrooms. And where
Oyster
I was,
mushrooms.
a couple of shops I went to here haven't got them, so
Yeah,
I get carefully in, and maybe one day. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, because that's rare. I've heard little rumors about vegan beef jerky, but or vegan jerky, but it was like, wow, I'd love to see it executed, to see what it's like a taste. You know, be interesting because there's a whole world of vegan and vegetarian stuff out there, but it's so non-commercial. It's so hard to get hold of, and I just sort of be made more aware of it by more and more people, and it'd be interesting to see. Yeah.
I just saw a comment then, I think something about radishes.
How about dehydrated daikon radish? I bet it would work great. There you go, Eric Schultz. That's the honey behind it. Reaper honey and soy broccoli. Ooh, that would be dangerous. That's a dangerous mix. But I don't know how would you dehydrate broccoli? I don't know. That would be. Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. I couldn't see myself eating broccoli either. Mate. I'm not thin because I don't like broccoli. No. Oh, mate. Well, you ready? We're up to our very last one. So this one here is the Chili Factory's Scorpion Stroke on steroids. Arguably one of the hottest sauces in Australia. What do you got there, buddy? Before you do it, what have you got, mate?
Just another nasty concoction we've been working on.
All right, mate. And I can smell this every time I open it. I'm like, whoa, I'm awake. But, matey, as you know,
this other stuff we've got, like the non-alcoholic tincture and the honey, they're all for sale now. If anyone's interested, just give Tracy a buzz.
Well, there you go, mate. All right, buddy. Well, it's time for our last segment, Fuzzy Facts. Oh, let's see. Give it. No. Sorry, that was Tez, the Tasmanian Devil. Watch anybody. He's giving me 10 Aussie facts, so 10 facts about Australia, or 10 facts to do with what you're talking about. So I'm going to ask you 10 facts, and you've got to try and answer them true or false, mate. You ready? All right, here we go. All right. The word jerky derives from the Quechua word charqui, which means dried salted meat. True or false?
True.
That's right, mate. It's true. So, charqui was invented by the ancestors of the Aztecs. Is that true or false?
By the Egyptians?
By the Aztecs.
Aztecs, true.
No. It's actually false, mate. The Incans, or the Quechua tribe, were the creators of it. In the 1500s, apparently. So, next one. You can't live off jerky. Is that true or false?
It's false.
That's right, mate. Actually, jerky is one of the best survival foods around in the world. Yeah. All right. Jerky, when dehydrating, can lose half to 2/3 of its weight in the process, depending on how juicy you want it. Is that true or false?
True.
True. Yep, bloody oath, mate. All right. Next one. Jerky makes you put weight on. Is that true or false?
Makes you what?
Makes you put weight on, like makes you fat.
That's false.
That's right, mate. It turns out beef jerky is high in protein, and consuming protein is important for weight loss because it digests slower than carbohydrates.
Yeah.
So you'll feel fuller for longer amount of time. Yeah. Yeah, you're not the biggest dude in the world, yeah. And another bonus of beef jerky is that it doesn't produce insulin, which is a hormone that signals the body to store fat. So it actually stops that. It's really awesome, mate. All right, mate. Next one. In Australia, you can buy and eat croc, emu, kangaroo jerky. Is that true or false?
True.
That's right, mate. It's bloody true. All right, next one. It's number 7. NASA has been sending astronauts into space with jerky since 1996. Is that true or false?
There you go, Aaron. Sorry, mate, what's that? I was reading the comment.
NASA has been sending astronauts into space with jerky since 1996. Is that true or false?
True.
That's right. That's true. All right. Number 8. Feeding the entire planet on beef jerky for a year would require 3 times the current number of cows alive on Earth. Is that true or false?
I'd say false.
That's right. It's false because you'd actually need 15 times the amount of cows on Earth right now to feed the whole planet. This is partially because jerky is such a dense preparation of meat as well. All right, number 9. So we're going to go 2 more to go. Jerky was known in ancient Rome. Is that true or false?
It was what in Rome?
Jerky was known and was around in ancient Rome. Is that true or false?
Say true.
That's right. It's most common meats for the jerky were donkey and horse. Roman jerky is now primarily pork and beef, but it's still considered a great pairing with local wines. Right. Last one, mate. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Similar food prep known as pemmican was created by the Key tribe of North America. Is this true or false?
I'll go true.
That's right. It's true. It's a mixture that would take fat mixed with protein of larger game animals, as well as powdered berries. Mixture would be pounded into thin strips and slowed dryly over a fire. Well, mate, congratulations, mate. You absolutely smashed it. Went all the way through the fire trial. Oh, it's still going. Absolutely nail the questions as well, buddy. Look, you got 60 seconds to say whatever you want to everyone about what's going on with Budgie's Jerky and in the future, and give some big shout outs, mate. So what do you want to say?
Yeah, just stay tuned to this channel. We've got some good stuff coming up this year. Yeah, beware.
That's the way, matey.
Beware. But I do
Beware.
have the 19 flavours of mild.
19 flavours of mild. Wow.
I've got 19 mild flavours, and then I got 6 hot and 6 extra hot.
Wow. So pretty dangerous. And then you've come up with a special concoction for our Australian Chili Championship as well, mate. So that's going to be extra fun. Oh, yeah. Extra fun, extra wild. Oh, mate, well, all I have to say is thank you very much for jumping on the show and being such a good sport and having a bit of a burn while we answer our questions, mate.
No worries. Fantastic. Great to be here.
No worries, legend. We'll have a few more drinks for us, matey, and we'll catch up with you guys soon, eh? See you later, Lenny.
Champion.
All right, Spice Legends, that's it for our spicy goodness. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on this interview. We love all you Spice Legends, and we'll have to say from now to this point on, just keep calm and be awesome.